New tonight, Leeds police have arrested a high school sophomore accused of threatening to shoot people at school. The concern growing tonight in Alabama after that shooting in Georgia yesterday that ended the lives of 4 people, including 2 students.
Your reporter James Giles joins us live and on your side with more from law enforcement here who say they have a zero tolerance for these types of threats. James.
Yeah, Brittany, Steve, authorities say they must take these types of threats seriously just because you never know what anyone is capable of, as we've seen over and over again, and now most recently in Georgia, which is why this teenager in Leeds is in so much trouble right now.
The country's latest mass shooting left 4 people dead at Appalachia High School in Georgia Wednesday.
Think about the number of parents across America that were in fear of sending their children to school.
A day later, Leeds police stopped a similar situation from happening in Alabama, according to Chief Paul Irwin.
A student at Leeds High School had made a threat on social media.
According to Irwin, that student is facing terroristic threat charges and will not be returning to the school system. He says a documented history between other students that was believed to be resolved led to this situation.
It was obvious to me from their behavior that they didn't think this was a big deal. But it is a big deal whenever you're talking about shooting into a school. I think that this student was very disturbed and definitely needs some counseling.
National Association of School Resource Officers Executive Director Mo Kennedy agrees.
Obviously, we've got to pay attention to these situations. They've got to be thoroughly investigated.
Kennedy says more training is needed so everyone who works with children know how to recognize the signs.
We need more supports in schools to help students once we're able to identify that they may be going through a difficult circumstance. What they're doing at the time may not rise to a criminal matter, but it certainly can be a mental health issue, it can be a behavioral issue that needs to be addressed and dealt with.
And Chief Irwin urges parents to be mindful of what your kids are posting on social media. He says police are still investigating and checking into the credibility of the students' threats. Your reporter in Hoover, James Giles, WBRC 6 News, on your side.